What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So COLA has been announced, and today we're going to go over the calendar. So I'm going to show you exactly what's going on when it comes to the increase, when people will start receiving the increases. And when it comes to COLA at 8.7%, we were right. We were putting this information out 3 weeks ago. And so I'm glad to see that it came to 8.7, which I actually wish it would have been higher. I was hoping that I was doing it so conservatively that we would see a higher 8.8, 8.9. But the reality is all the numbers were pointing towards 8.7%, and that's what we're seeing, 8.7%. Okay, so in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the calendar, so let's go ahead and do that. But first off, I can ask you guys to do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and click all. That way you'll get notified anytime I put out videos. I put out daily videos. So hitting that bell notification will give you all the notifications anytime I put videos out. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. And I'm going to switch over to my screen here, and we're going to take a look at the calendar. Okay, so if you guys watch my channel at all, you'll know kind of my setup here when it comes to the calendars. I like to do these because I like to let you guys know exactly what's going to happen in each month. Okay, so in October, nothing else will be going on in October. This is the 13th is the day that we found out COLA, the COLA numbers. Okay, so we already knew that, and COLA is 8.7%. I just talked about that. And so now we're going to be looking at what's going on in November. November, not too much is going on. We have the midterm election. That's going to be on the 8th, so we're going to be watching that very closely. And then after that, when it comes to COLA, December, you're going to have an important date in December. So I know you've been hearing a lot, people talking about COLA increase. It's not going to happen until 2023. It's not going to happen until January of 2023. Part of that is right. However, when it comes to people receiving SSI, so this should affect about 7 million people, you're actually going to get your first increase. So you'll see your first increase on the 30th, okay? As well as people who are on SSI and receiving Social Security. You will start seeing your increases on December 30th, okay? Because of the holiday, and usually SSI goes out in the first of the month, so that's why you're going to be seeing it a little bit earlier, okay? So something else I want to talk about is Social Security beneficiaries. The rest of Social Security beneficiaries will be receiving the increase in January. Okay, so when you normally receive your check, that's when you're going to receive this increase. Okay, so it'll start in January. And so if you are wondering when that was going to happen, some people thought, oh, it's going to happen in October or November, right after they announce COLA. No, usually they're going to wait until the next year. So basically, this COLA is for next year. And so that's what we're looking at when it comes to that. Okay, now I want to give you some more information, and this is just for your own knowledge when it comes to Social Security. So currently, there are about 65 million people receiving Social Security benefits. Okay, so this 8.7% is going to affect about 65. It's between 65 and 70 million people who are currently receiving Social Security. Okay, now this 160,000, we would talk about the maximum. So when you're paying into the payroll tax, the maximum used to be, or it's still right now, it's still 147,000. So if you make more than 147,000, you no longer have to pay into the payroll tax. Or I should say, your first 147,000 goes towards your paying into the payroll tax, and then after that, you don't have to pay into the payroll tax. Well, that has increased now. It's now going to increase in 2023 to where if you make 160,000 or less, you pay into the payroll tax, but anything over that amount, you don't have to pay into the payroll tax. So that will increase, and that's coming with COLA. That's the main reason why that goes into effect, because now the bar has moved up a little bit because everyone is receiving a little bit more money. And the people on the higher end, people who are receiving Social Security on the higher end, they're receiving more. I mean, if you go all the way up to $4,194, the max that you can get in Social Security, they're getting like $300 and something with this 8.7 increase. Because basically 8.7% of $2,000 is one thing, but 8.7% of $4,000 is something entirely different. It's more money. Okay. Now, when it comes to people who are working and receiving Social Security at the same time, the limit will go up to $21,240. And then after that, if you're receiving more than that, as far as if I'm working a job and I make more than that, then that's when they're going to start doing these deductions. So they will deduct $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn over the $21,000. Okay. Now, talking a little bit about some more earnings here. So full retirement, if you reach your full retirement age in 2023, it's the same situation where if you're working, 56,520 is now the new number. Okay. So if you make more than that, then they're going to start to reduce the benefits that you receive. All right. Let's see. When it comes to Medicare, so you can look right now to find out more information about Medicare, and they're just giving you information here. And I'm taking this right off of the Social Security Administration website. So you can go to medicare.gov to receive more information about the changes coming to Medicare. Okay, now we know Medicare Part B already. They won't be increasing the premiums this year. It's actually going to be a reduction of $5.20. But just go to medicare.gov if you want more information when it comes to how much you are going to be paying, if you're going to be paying any more, because you have all the different parts of Medicare. So it's not just Part B, but you have the different Part A, Part D, all that. So just giving you a little bit more information when it comes to that. And then moving to this last little section here, I just want to talk a little bit about the letters, because I've had people ask me about the letters that will be going out in December. Yes, letters will be going out in December. They will outline exactly how much your increase will be. Now, I did a spreadsheet, and I will have that link in the comment section. So at the very top of the comment section, there'll be a link. Click on that link. It'll take you over to a form. Fill out that form very quickly. It's only 2 questions that are asked. And then you will get a link, and you'll find out what you should be getting when it comes to your increase. And so they will also send out a letter. The Social Security Administration will also send you a letter, which is good because that will outline everything. And then they also you can also go online. Okay, so My Social Security. So if you sign up for My Social Security, you can go online and get this information in December as well. I recommend that you go ahead and sign up. If you can sign up on the online. You might even get it a little bit earlier. Everyone, companies, the government, everybody's trying to get you off paper, so they're trying to move you into the online world. And usually they will give you some type of incentive to do that. And so in this situation, they'll probably allow you to see the letter a little bit earlier, just because you're going online. And plus, you don't have to wait around for mail to come. You can get it the same day that they release it, as opposed to waiting a couple of days after, because they have to mail that out to you. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update. We'll have more videos on the way talking about Social Security, talking about retirement, but it's been rough. This has been a rough year for a lot of people, and it's good to see that at least this 8.7% is what the new COLA is. And the only hope is that we see inflation go down. Now, I know in the next couple of months, inflation is probably going to rise. And the reason for that is, one, the holidays. People are going to be spending more money. And when you spend more money, that stores will start raising their prices because of that. And we're looking at gas prices that will probably be going up. I did a video talking about OPEC and how they're going to withhold 2 million barrels per day. And that's going to mean that we're going to have less oil on the market. Less oil on the market will drive the price of oil up, which will drive the price of gas up. And so we're just going to have to see what happens in the next couple of months. But the anticipation is that inflation will get worse before it gets better. So just letting you guys know that. Prepare for that. Whatever you need to do, if that means that you need to buy things and kind of have on reserve food and stuff like that, then by all means do that, because we are looking at a situation. We even had the president talking about a recession, and a little recession, but a recession nonetheless. And if you hear politicians talking about a recession, if you hear the president talking about a recession, guess what? We're going into a recession. I mean, if we're not already there. And so I just want to give this information to you guys. There was good news yesterday, but just understand there's going to be a rough road ahead when it comes to the cost of things. They will continue to rise. And I want to do a separate video just talking about what categories, where we're seeing the rise in costs. What categories are we looking at? Food is a major one right now. And that's something that's a necessity. We all need food. So if the price of food is going up, that affects every single one of us. And it's much harder for a person on a fixed income to be able to overcome this inflation, because you only have a certain amount of money, and you're not in a position where you can just get out and start working again. And so we really, really, really need to watch this. And I'll keep giving you guys the information as it comes in and letting you guys know what I think about certain things. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification. But ultimately, it's a pretty scary time, because we don't know exactly what to expect. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.